Have you ever wondered how some people just seem to have this magnetic personality type? As if they have some kind of secret superpower. Although it might seem that way, all of them have learned in some way or the other to be that person, intentionally or unintentionally. Which is why we have a look at 7 steps you can start taking today intentionally to become instantly more attractive. Show genuine interest. Because often we are already pre-configured. We already have the answers ready and the topics we want to talk about. Or when the other person responds, we take 2 seconds and then come up with a response ourselves and then forget about what the other person is actually saying in the time in between. Instead of actively listening what the other person has to say, and then if the person is finished, to think about, okay, what could we answer now? And also, if you're speaking about a topic and your perspective might be different from the other person, don't try to hide it to impress or to not create a tension, because that's boring. What you want is to have different perspectives and then discuss those perspectives, because then both of you will learn something new, which is far more interesting and engaging than just saying yes to everything, because that's just normal and therefore not that interesting. Present yourself fully. It's about being yourself and sharing the whole spectrum of your personality. Because often we try to hide, especially the more weird parts of our personality, but it doesn't make sense because it's also again boring. Because if we create this perfect image of ourselves and we don't have any weaknesses and we don't have any weird special interests or tastes or anything, then it creates this feeling of being too good to be true and also not interesting. Be decisive and confident. It's about knowing what you want in life, about having ambitions, dreams, and having thought about what your values are, what your principles are, and in general, what you value and enjoy in life. Just by having that, you become way more interesting. And the thing is, when you know all these things just for yourself, you feel more confident when having conversations because you have an opinion about different things. And this confidence you then create also goes outwards when you're interacting with others. Be kind and go the extra mile. It's about saying thank you and being thankful. And when you say thank you, being a little bit more specific, maybe on a certain topic you talked about, saying thank you that the other person brought it up because it lightened up your day and you got a new perspective. Just thinking about a little extra step and not only the standard thank you. Although this is also really powerful, sometimes it just makes things more engaging and more fun and more meaningful if we just add a little detail to it. The other thing is, you also always want to one-up an experience. And what I mean by that is not taking the super basic version of something, but taking the time to think about it a little bit longer and saying, okay, how can I make this more special? Even if it's just a dinner at home where you think about, okay, maybe I can bring up some lights so I create a nicer atmosphere which is more relaxed. I could also bring up some music. I could add some candles, those kind of things to improve the ordinariness and just add a little sparkling here and there, which makes it more interesting, more fun, more engaging. The next is about making an appearance. Okay, what do I wear? How do I style myself? Do I take care of my body? And here also taking the extra step or thinking about it. Maybe doing some research about what kind of fashion style you would like. And then starting with something and then over time developing your own style. Also adding here and there some details like jewelry or expanding a little bit your comfort zone over time and maybe adding some colors here and there. It's really about creating your own personal style where you feel comfortable with. And of course also doing your hair and thinking about, okay, what's my hairstyle like? It's also just proven again and again that it does increase your confidence level and how you feel about yourself. So thinking about it and doing experimentation, it's nothing that you will figure out right at the start. It takes some experimentation and some time, but you will get there by just doing little iterations and then wearing a scent or also thinking about your body. So doing a workout and eating healthy so that you have a good energy and feel awake every day. It's all feeding into the appearance you will have based on the feeling you will create for yourself. The next is about choosing a growth mindset, because at the end it's about being open-minded and not blocking everything off right from the start because it doesn't feel right or you are unsure about it, because then you will just keep being in the zone where you're always in and where you feel comfortable, or maybe you're even missing out on discovering the thing what you want to do for the rest of your life. So they're being open-minded, and if someone comes along and suggests some new experience you've never done before, say, okay, let's try it. I don't know, I don't feel so good about it, and also then being open about it. So sharing those feelings, which then deepens the connection again. But they're saying, okay, I'm not sure about it, but let's try and see how it goes. And that's not only about things you're doing or experience you're having, but also perspective on certain topics where you can then expand your world and help the other person understand a little bit more about your perspective. So they are growing also together and building up memories and a deep relationship. Staying positive, because we always will be confronted with problems and we can choose how we react to them. We can be annoyed and stressed and whatnot and creating this negative feeling, or we can see it as an opportunity to grow. Also, seeing together and speaking about things that you are grateful for will increase your happiness level and how you feel about relationship, because there you're focusing on the good things versus the negative things. It's not to say, okay, it's all about the positive, because there are hard moments and also tensions, and that's important because that's the things where we also can grow. But in general, trying to uplift the positive and not to focus too much on the negative. And if you want to one-up all the points we've just spoken about, especially the things where it's about a better understanding yourself, I made a video about discovering your potential to gain more confidence and clarity. So you can check it out right here. With that, remember, keep growing, keep striving, hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and I see you in the next one. Peace.